Are we ready for the satisfaction? Oh, I ruined it at the end there. Hey peoples, Happy New Year! We have finally said goodbye to the god-awful 2020. Thank the Lord. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm in my new bedroom. If you watched my last video, you will know that we were in the process of moving house. I did say I was going to do some moving vlogs, but the move was not as smooth as we'd hoped. I was also still working at the time, and it just wasn't going to happen. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to get on the video game in 2021, seeing as I've had like a year break. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a good old classic haul video, but I'm also going to be including first impressions in this video, which is why I look like this. I'm going to be testing out the products as I use them to give you guys my first thoughts. I did a little order on Beauty Bay, and I am very excited to use these products, especially one of them. I'm going to stop blabbing on and let's just get into the video. So the first product I've got isn't a makeup product, but I have used it, so I can still give you my first impressions, and it is the Tanologist Express Tan Tanning Water in Dark. I have used it. You probably won't be able to tell, except from here where I've done it a bit dodgy. And my hand doesn't blend the easiest. You can see it better in daylight rather than this fake light. But first thoughts, I'm not an avid tan user. I want to start using it more, which is why I got this, because obviously new house, everything is right, as you can see. Normal tan, gonna be an absolute disaster. So I thought this one's clear, less messy, and it was on sale. Beauty Bay have a little sale going on at the minute, so I'd recommend you go check it out. The smell, first off the smell. When you're first applying it, it smells actually really nice. But then as it starts developing, it does have that fake tan smell. So if you don't like it, you probably won't like this. But I mean, most fake tans do have the fake tan smell, so you can't really get around it. It was so easy to apply, but because of the not having a guide colour, I did get a few patches, but that's because I'm not used to applying fake tan. And the places I do see patches, I do remember it being a little bit more like wet and sticky. So when you're applying it, make sure you're like proper blending it in, otherwise you will get a few patches. But overall, I actually really like it. It gives off a really nice natural colour. Like, I can't tell that I've got it on other than the fact that it's different to my face. And I'll definitely be using it more. But because I haven't been able to be using it for like long, because it literally came yesterday and I've only used it once, I will do a review video on this if you would like, further down the line after I've used it a bit more. Because fake tan reviews are one of the most useful reviews ever. And then to go along with that, I just got a little tanning mitt. This is the Saint-Tropez one. Really soft, easy to use, did the job. Yeah. So now into the fun part. I've done my eyebrows because I didn't get an eyebrow product. I just used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and this is the shade Dark Brown. My all-time go-to. And then next I'm going to do a foundation. Now this is technically not first impressions. The first two products aren't really like proper reviews or like first impressions. But this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I got the shade Natural because I was like, oh, I'm getting a dark fake tan. Yeah, I think this is still going to be too dark. But we'll see, and if not, we'll line it up with a concealer. I love this foundation. It is my favourite foundation of all time, I think. So let's just, oh yeah, that's gonna be dark. But it's a first impressions, so I'm not gonna mix it. Oh. Yeah, it's a little on the orange side. That might be just because I'm not used to using darker foundations. This brush I'm using is from the Beauty Bay Rose Gold collection. I got it for Christmas, and I've actually been really liking it so far. And the thing is, from what I remember, this foundation does oxidize a little bit, so it's gonna go even darker. I'm gonna come out looking like an Oompa Loompa. If you're wondering why I'm looking to the side, it's because I've got a mirror here. Actually, I don't think it's horrifically awful. It is darker, but it doesn't look too disobvious from my neck. I bet when I look in daylight it won't look the same. Let's have a quick peek. Yeah, it's a little dark, but that's okay. I can just mix it with my lighter foundations that I've got, and I think it'll be okay. What I usually do after that is scoot out my drawer. I can't reach. Is I just spritz my beauty blender with a few spritz of rose water, and then I just buff over the top. For me, I find when I fully dampen my beauty blender, it takes off all the coverage, and I don't know whether that's just because I'm getting it too damp or what, but yeah, it takes off all the coverage. Concealer time! So the concealer I got is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and I got the shade C2. This is going to be so light compared to my foundation, but that might actually help me out a bit in this situation. I have used this before, but ages ago, so I can't remember what it's like. So, let's just get into this. Oh, that is quite light, isn't it? Just put this under my eyes. Maybe a few dabs to highlight. And then I'm also going to put on just a darker concealer to cover up these spots, because my skin is not liking me at the minute. I use a beauty blender to blend out my concealer because I just think it's a bit more accurate in where I'm blending. I also go over my eyelids slightly, just to sort of as a base for the eyeshadow. Sorry if I keep moving back, I'm not used to being in this setup. And now I'm gonna set. I didn't get a new setting powder because I recently got a new one. Got my good old RCMA no colour powder. I sometimes bake it, but today I'm just gonna set under my eyes with a brush. And then for the rest of my face, I just use a big face brush like this. I haven't done a makeup video in so long, this is so weird. Okay, that is the base done. Now, some people like to move on to like contour and that, but I always do my eyes first. I don't know why, I think because I'm not very good at contour, so I kind of put it off. But this is the product I am most excited about for this video. Oh, I haven't been telling you how much everything was. This was £11.25 on sale. I can't remember how much it is normally. The foundation's £9, maybe more. I'll put the prices on the screen because I'm going to use this, because I actually can't remember the prices. But this is the Sample Beauty Dual Toned Palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. When I saw this on the website, I was like, ooh, this is what it looks like. It's got such a nice mixture of colours and neutrals. And I've never really heard about this palette before. I've not really heard a lot about it. And I posted it on my story last night and I had several questions asking what this palette was, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, these shimmers are amazing. I have swatched a few on my hand, but I'm so excited to use these on my eyes. So I think if I just grab a brush, I'm gonna use these sort of colours to make like a pinky smoky eye sort of colour, just because I don't want to go too out there, because I want to give a proper first impression and I need to know what the actual palette's like. So I'm first dipping into the colour Smoky Quartz, which is like a pinky peachy brown. I'm going to use a small mirror so you can actually see what I'm doing for this. I might zoom you in as well. So what I'm going to do with this is just run this into my crease. Oh wow, that is pigmented. Like, look at that. I tapped the excess off as well. I love it. This is so easy to blend. Oh my word. This is my new favourite palette by far. I love it. So that's that for that part. Next, I'm going to take the shade. Oh, let's get the... Oh, another thing I love about this palette is it's got a big old mirror. So that's so handy for like when you're travelling. Let's get a smaller brush. And I'm going to take the shade Spinel, I don't know. Which is like a deep purpley brown. And I'm just going to focus that on the outer corner. Let's take off this peely. Are we ready for the satisfaction? Oh, I ruined it at the end there. Oh my god. That is so pigmented. I'm just going to put the other bit on the other side because, wow. Oh, so pigmented. I need a fluffier brush for this. The darker shade isn't blending as easily in the bottom, but that's because I think of how I applied it at first. I keep covering my face. It is so pigmented. I can't get over how pigmented it is. Oh, that's so cute. And then I'm going to put a shimmer on, but first I'm going to use a bit of concealer to really make it pop. And that's that on. And now for the exciting part. Just get rid of the previous colour on this brush. I'm not a professional makeup artist, by the way, don't quote me. I'm going to use my favourite shade in the palette. And that is Moonstone. Just look. Oh, you can't really see. Watch this. So shimmery. So nice. I feel like this might actually be better with my finger, but yeah. It's just coming out chunky on my brush. I don't know if you can see. It's just coming out a bit chunky. I mean, I'll try it. Okay, I'm wrong. That actually applies quite nicely with a brush. Let's see what it does with a finger. So I'm just going to use my finger. Put the brush down so I can't see. I actually think it gave the same amount of pigment both. But the brush is obviously just easier to like control where the colour goes. If you use your finger's bigger than a brush. There is a little bit of fallout with that shimmery glitter shade, but that is expected. You're never gonna get like a glittery colour that doesn't have fallout. I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed. And that is that for the upper lid. I'm just going to take a bit more of Smoky Quartz. Oh, I must have still had some of Spinal left. Okay, I need to fix this. I look like a panda. And I didn't set my concealer properly, so it's creasing. Stress. The stress. You have to be very careful with this palette because it is so pigmented. I now look a bit ill, but maybe some mascara will help that. I didn't get a new mascara because I got one for Christmas. It's the Belle & Sex, my favourite mascara of all time. I will recommend it to anyone and everyone. Like, look at that difference. Unreal. And this is the moment where a boiler man arrived and started working on the boiler, which is right outside my room. So the rest is going to have to be a voiceover, sorry. But I used a bronzer I already had, as I didn't buy a new one. This is NARS Laguna, and I love it, but don't judge my contouring and bronzing techniques. I am not very good. I next bought, this is a new product, the Revolution Blusher Reloaded blush in the shade Peach Bliss. I absolutely love this. It gives off such a natural colour. Not too strong, not too in your face, but it's easily buildable. I am obsessed with peach coloured blushes. They're like my favourite go-to, so this was definitely right up my street. Next product is another one of my favourites I bought. This is the Beauty Bay own highlighter. I can't remember what they're called, but it's in the shade Beam, and oh my word, look at how pigmented this is. It is actually unreal. I can't believe how like pigmented it is for the price. It is so easily buildable, so you can wear it naturally, you can wear it in your face pow bright. It is so versatile, and it's definitely my new favourite highlighter. And if you've seen any of my makeup videos before, you know a staple for me is highlighting my inner corners. So I just used the Beauty Bay highlighter to highlight my inner corners and brow bone, and I loved it. Now onto lips. I got the Revolution lip liner. I can't remember what type. Oh, I've got it here. Satin Kiss lip liner in the shade Heart Race. It was a little more pink than I'd wanted. I was looking for a nude. It is more on the pink side of the nude, but I actually really like it with the lipstick that I bought. It is so easy to apply, like so smooth, stays on for quite a long time. I didn't actually wear it all day, so I don't know, but I noticed it did stay. And the lipstick I got to pair with it was the Beauty Bay lipstick matte in the shade Tea. This is my perfect nude. Oh my word, I am obsessed. It is such a nice formula. It does not dry your lips out, and it also works so well with a gloss because I've tried it since this video, and it just is the perfect nude colour mixed in with the Revolution lip liner. And that is it for this first impressions video. Please ignore the faces I pull when I'm doing the voiceover. I didn't know what to do with myself. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!